What's going on, guys? It's Corey from SuperKamiGuru9000, and join me as we jump into the DeLorean and go back in time for my review of Naruto Shippuden, episode 257. As a longtime fan of this anime series, this was pure nostalgia for me. Every single element of this episode was really well done, and it had me a little scared at first. When I saw the preview for this episode, I thought, oh great, here we go. A lot of reused animation, a lot of stuff that we've already seen before, and a lot of it was that. But on the upside, this was all done with a fresh coat of paint, and there was a few little bits of new material that were sprinkled in. The beginning of the episode, I actually got to see a little bit more of Naruto when he was younger and some of the things that he did, where he continued to just paint the town up left and right. You get to see a nice scene between him and the third Hokage. Did anybody else find it really funny when Naruto is like getting pissed off at Ninja Academy and he goes to his room, and every single time he's pissed off because he's getting beaten by Sasuke, and then that one time he gets beat by Choji, who just like ass bumps him, and then he's just like, even Choji?! The majority of the episode, however, just sort of covers all of the events that happened in Part 1 in a very quick manner, and they do it with really great animation here. The first part, you get to see Naruto getting ready to do the bell test with Kakashi, Sakura, and Sasuke, and everything here just looks really cool. All the animation is great. It really is different from how it was in the original half of the series. Also, all this action is happening very fast, and I don't know, I just think it's really cool to see it all happen in sequence like that. The end of the episode actually brings us to the beginning of the Zabuza arc, where the team is ambushed by the Demon Brothers, Gozu and Mezu, and they're even cooler than before. You know, before, it's pretty much all the same moves, but the animation just all looks really cool here. Even the stuff that Sasuke did when he like lands on both their arms at the same time, that was just super cool. And then of course Kakashi coming in and everything. However, there is the part at the end of the episode where Naruto actually stabs his hand, and what I think is interesting about this scene is, I know this is implied that we're supposed to have already known what's happening, and he has been poisoned, and that's why he stabbed his hand, because he wants to get the blood out of there, but they don't show him actually getting poisoned, so when they don't show that scene and they just show him stabbing his hand, he just looks like an insane bastard. So like I said, this filler scared me at first, because I thought that it was going to be kind of boring, and they were just going to reuse some of the old stuff they originally animated, but the fact that they're going back and they're reanimating all of this stuff is really nice, because it's very nostalgic for me, and it's good to see them done in new animation style, because a lot of them just look, frankly, a lot better. 1,000 Years of Death was pretty funny. Gozu and Mezu were awesome, though. That little quick scene at the end was really cool. And all the little flashback scenes they just sort of added in, all the stuff with Naruto when he was younger, when he was training, and a lot of few filler scenes that they added, like before they did the bell test. I thought it was funny that Naruto created a doll of Kakashi and just basically trained with it all night before he went out. Otherwise, this was still a really entertaining episode, for me at least, but I am a longtime fan of the series. I think it's a good episode, however, for those who are still kind of new to it. Now they can kind of see some older events if they haven't seen them before, and they're going in very quick, and the animation is really cool. And from what I've gathered from the preview at the end of this episode, it looks like this 4-episode filler arc is basically going to retell all of Part 1. And this has got me really excited, because I can't wait to see how they're going to handle some of these other events that happen later in the series, how they're going to change the animation, and maybe some things will be better, who knows. So that's got me really excited, but you know, as a filler episode, this was pretty entertaining actually, because they did give us a few new things they added, even though they were filler, but they were entertaining nonetheless, and they do add a little bit to the depth of the character. All the animation and artwork this week was really great, and this is a really good filler so far, so I'm looking forward to what's going to happen next. I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. I'd give it a little bit higher, but it is stuff that we've seen before, but still, to me, this was a good episode of Naruto. And this has got me really excited, because I can't wait to see how they're going to handle some of these other events that happen later in the series, how they're going to change the animation, and maybe some things will be better, who knows. So that's got me really excited, but you know, as a filler episode, this was pretty entertaining actually, because they did give us a few new things they added, even though they were filler, but they were entertaining nonetheless, and they do add a little bit to the depth of the character. All the animation and artwork this week was really great, and this is a really good filler so far, so I'm looking forward to what's going to happen next. I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. I'd give it a little bit higher, but it is stuff that we've seen before, but still, to me, this was a good episode of Naruto. Oh, and one more thing I want to note. I just want to say it is awesome hearing Part 1 music again. I know they used it a few times when they did the filler before, but I don't know, I just loved the music from Part 1, and it gave me the biggest sense of nostalgia from this, and it made me realize how good the music actually is. Now, you guys know that I liked the episode, but what about you guys? You can let me know what you thought about this episode with your comments below. That concludes my review today, guys. SuperKamiGuru9000, out.